Now, there were massive search operations conducted today in South Kashmir's Shopian district. Around 1,000 security men carried out the search operations in Shopian. Over 500 houses were searched in Shopian by the police, and operations began at around 3 a.m. after a tip-off about terrorist hiding. The joint operation was conducted by the army, the police and the CRPF personnel. Nazir Masoodi joining us at this point for the very latest on that massive search operation. Nazir, now we believe that there was some incidents of stone pelting by locals also reported, and this would be the second such major search and cordon operation in the last 15 days or so.
Yeah, exactly, Beharvi. And this operation has been called off. According to police, they had set a timeline and it would be called off before 10 a.m. They say that it has started at around 3 a.m. in the morning. More than 500 houses were searched. House search was conducted to flush out militants, but they could not track down any militant. Yes, the police admit that there was a stone pelting in some areas. There were, protests as well, but they said it was manageable. And it was the second major cordon and search operation in this area. Just 2 weeks ago, there was a major cordon and search operation in which more than 3,000 troops were involved, but no militant was tracked down. And today, around 1,000 troops were involved in this operation. While police are saying there was a timeline, they had decided it was already planned that it would be called off before 10. But in such operation, nobody can set a timeline, because if you get contact with militants, engage in an encounter, who knows when it will be over. So it is questionable whether they have planned it accordingly, but they say 500 houses have been were searched today. If there are militants hiding there, they say it is a success, because earlier people would not allow them to get into places like Heff Shirmal, which is one of the hotbeds of militancy and the stronghold of separatism. And we have seen massive protests since July last year when Burhan Wani was killed, and since then it has been great difficulty for the security forces to carry out such operations. That is why, despite massive operations, because of this public support for militants, as people are giving a protective cover to militants, security forces are getting very little success against militants in this particular area. And today this operation, which police say was started at around 3 a.m., was called off at before 10 because of the stone pelting, because of the protests people are by the locals there.
Right, Nazir, thanks so much for joining us with the very latest there. So two major developments, of course, coming out of Jammu and Kashmir. The Defence Minister will be today holding a review meeting there on security, and a massive search operation being conducted in South Kashmir. Thanks very much for that.